So we've kind of come to the natural conclusion of David Bowie's creative peak with Scary Monsters and Super Freaks, and before we launch into the rest of his 80s work and beyond, we're going to take a step back and go back to what's considered to be the first proper David Bowie album.
It's the beginning of the classic period.
With The Man Who Sold the World. A title track famously covered by Nirvana.
In a terrible cover, in my opinion.
It's not very good.
No.
So this Man Who Sold the World is a very odd album. It's very weird in the David Bowie canon. It veers towards hard rock and heavy metal. Clearly inspired by bands like Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath, which I never thought Bowie would ever be interested in, but clearly he was. Famously as well, there's some criticism towards Bowie on this album, in that he was recently married and he spent a lot of his time on the sofa messing about with his wife instead of concentrating on the music. So a lot of the music actually wasn't written by David Bowie, and he would just step into a sound booth and make up some lyrics that match the music. Which is bizarre. So it's a little bit of it's a bit of an oddity in the David Bowie canon. I mean, I like it a lot.
I really enjoyed it, I've heard it twice now, so just for a bit of context, I probably won't be able to talk about each individual song. So
I probably won't either.
When you hear something twice, you know, you don't get it all in, but yeah, I can talk about the song.
I've listened to it maybe about 4 or 5 times over the course of maybe like 2 years. I think it's an album where the opening and the ending is much stronger than the middle.
Definitely,
the opening 2 tracks, The Width of a Circle and All the Madmen. Oh, and then that Oh My Jingo.
That's not for a while, is it? That's not.
I think that's the 4th song, I think. And then the last 2 songs, Man Who Sold the World and The Supermen.
I like She Shook Me Cold as well.
Which one, how's that go?
It's proper like rock one. It's got really weird lyrics. Like it's like a pastiche of blues songs. It's like she gave me a head of lilac or something. It's got really odd sort of
It's weird.
So
it's hard to discuss this album. It's really weird. The cover is very controversial. And isn't that cute that like it was controversial? Like David Bowie dressed in a woman's dress was a controversial image back in 1970.
Shocking.
Awful, isn't it? It'll just send the kids into
Think of the children.
Think of the children. So for the American cover, have you seen the American cover?
Is it the one where it's him going no?
No, it's awful.
That American cover that you've just shown me off camera, thankfully, we're not that self-indulgent. As it's pretty dreadful.
It's awful,
drunk Texas man with a giant cigar, is it?
He looks drunk, he's like... It's awful, So that was a controversial cover. I mean, David Bowie in this time period, you know, Space Oddity has been a massive hit, huge, and he's done a very folky album. You know, he performed at a folk festival and all this kind of stuff, and you know that's kind of where he's going. A lot of his songs based around the acoustics and all that jazz. So, Man Who Sold the World is a very clear indication that he's moved away from that pretty much instantly and going to the realms of more like hard rock and heavy metal, which is bizarre. So the album opens up with the song The Width of a Circle, an 8-minute epic which I've been told is all about a sexual encounter of some kind with the devil or some supernatural being.
Bizarre is this amazing guitar work, and is Mark Ronson, is it?
I think so, he's on it, I love that riff at do 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 do. It's like proper headbanging for like David Bowie, you know. It's really weird. I mean, the lyrics themselves are just like
truly bizarre.
I can't follow the story at all.
No.
It's what I've been telling you when you was there. And the way he sings it as well, it's like, what the fuck are you on? But it's a very entertaining song. It's made up of like multiple different parts, and it's almost like a
song suite.
It sounds like a prog rock song. Weirdly enough for David Bowie. But then this is followed by probably one of my favourite David Bowie songs, All the Madmen, which is a 6-minute masterpiece in my opinion.
Disturbing song.
Yes, it's based on a real life story about David Bowie's brother being taken away to have a lobotomy. Real story, this. And it's all told from his point of view. You know, day after day, they take my friends away to the far side of town. So a guy in a mental asylum, and all of his friends in a mental asylum have been taken away every single day to have a lobotomy done on them. You know, don't set me free, I'm as happy as can be, but I'd rather be here with all the madmen. And give me a good little bit of lobotomy. And I love the way the music builds up. You know, it starts out really quiet with Bowie on acoustic, just being like, yeah, day after day, they take my friends away. And then they have that weird like honking, like you feel like you're going crazy with the character.
Yeah.
And then when he sings like, you know, don't set me free, I'm as happy as can be, it kicks in like this huge like backing band, and because I'd rather be here with all the madmen, and I'm quite content. And it's like the backing band is going insane, and like you've got like strings and like it's madness.
It is.
It's literal madness. I love this song. It's a powerful, and it's just emotional, and it's in my opinion David Bowie's best song up until this point.
Yeah. Weird now, because it's sort of more autobiographical. Like, he doesn't really do autobiographical stuff up until Station to Station. Like,
No,
next
not really.
album, Hunky Dory, nothing really. Ziggy obviously is all character. Same with Aladdin Sane. So, bit of an atypical song.
That's it. It's not really until like, you know, later songs like, you know, like from the Berlin trilogy where it gets a little bit more personal.
Yeah.
But yeah, the lyrics stuff like, you know, day after day they send my friends away to mansions cold and grey to the far side of town, where the thin men storm the streets while the sane stay underground. Day after day they tell me I can go, they tell me I can blow to the far side of town, where it's pointless to be high because it's such a long way down. So I tell them that I can fly, I will scream, I will break my arm, I will do me harm. Here I stand, foot in hand, talking to my wall. I'm not quite right at all, am I? Don't set me free, I'm as heavy as can be. Just my Librium and me, and my EST mix free. Because I'd rather stay here with all the madmen than perish with the sad men roaming free. I'd rather play here with all the madmen, for I'm quite content they're all as sane as me. Day after day they take some brain away and turn my face around to the far side of town and tell me that it's real, then ask me how I feel. Here I stand, foot in hand, talking to my wall. I'm not quite right at all. Don't set me free, I'm as helpless as can be. My libido split on me, give me some good old lobotomy. Because I'd rather stay here with all the madmen than perish with the sad men roaming free. And I'd rather play here with all the madmen, for I'm quite content they're all as insane as me. And he goes, Zane, 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 ouvre le chaîne. And he repeats that over until the end.
Amazing.
Just, yeah, vivid and so, I love it. Yeah. I love it. Lyrically, I love it. And musically, the band sounds phenomenal. And the instrumentation of the production is phenomenal. My favourite
Is it Visconti again, by the way?
Yes. Tony Visconti wasn't very happy with David Bowie, as I've said before about, you know, making this album, because he basically had to write all the music.
Well, I was going to say, interestingly though, Tony Visconti was touring The Man Who Sold the World recently.
Oh yeah.
As a solo thing, like he was going to do it, and I think guest vocalists were going to do Bowie's vocals.
Well, Tony Visconti said that Man Who Sold the World is David Bowie's best album until Scary Monsters.
Alright.
I disagree.
I strongly disagree.
I completely disagree.
Yeah.
But the album maintains a certain kind of like placement in alternative music.
Yeah.
It's a favourite album of Susie and the Banshees, The Cure, Gary Newman,
Post-punk and goth, basically, yeah.
9 Inch Nails, Kurt Cobain on Nirvana said it was, it's in his, Kurt Cobain from Nirvana listed it as 45 in his top 50 favourite albums of all time. So it maintains a place in a lot of alternative rock groups, yeah, like goth and post-punk and alternative grunge music. And I can see why, to be honest.
I can see the goth elements, yeah, because it is a really, the lyrics are dark and dank.
Yeah.
And like, it is sort of that metal-y sort of like sound to it.
Because something like All the Madmen, you know, could be a song from like a 9 Inch Nails album.
Yeah.
If they made it a bit more industrialised and a bit heavier and, you know, they screamed the vocals. But, you know, we could quite easily have a song all about being insane in a mental asylum and it been done by a grunge or heavy metal band. It's quite a common thing.
Yeah.
So once again, David Bowie, as we've established in these reviews, is 5 steps ahead of everybody else.
Yeah.
At all times, you know. Who would have thought that this weirdo from this weird side of London would make an album which anticipates a music movement which wouldn't gain speed for another 30 years? Amazing.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. So we're coming to the middle of the album, which, I don't know, I don't really care for it personally.
No.
The only one I like is After All, which is like, oh my jingo. I don't. It's really weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
I don't get it.
It's like a bit of a. It's like a bit of a. What's it called now? Really long song. I'll have to edit this out. Dirge.
A dirge, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a dirge.
A dirge, yes. Oh my jingo. Then you got standard rock songs like Black Country Rock, which is just like, it's almost like Led Zeppelin-esque riffing. Almost like
Perfectly fine.
Perfectly fine, acceptable songs.
Just not as good as the stuff around it.
Yeah. What about you? You mentioned that She Shook Me Cold.
Get the lyrics to She Shook Me Cold up. I mean, the lyrics to this are ridiculous. This reminds me of like a parody of sort of like a standard sort of AC/DC style hard rock blues song. We met upon a hill, the night was cold and still. She sucked my dormant will. Mother, she blew my brain. I will go back again. My God, she shook me cold. You see, it's like she sucked my dormant will.
Yeah.
What could that be a reference to?
It's almost like the Lemon song by Led Zeppelin. You're like, I'll squeeze my lemon dry until the juice runs down my leg.
Yeah.
I wonder what you're singing about. You're singing about a penis.
A penis? But yeah, it's like a piss taker, that, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, definitely, yeah.
I don't know if it was intentional to do that, but that's what it's like. I mean, maybe the band didn't think it was. But,
maybe they thought it was like a, yeah, have sex with a girl.
Yeah.
So that, after the kind of the triad of weird, kind of no songs.
Yeah.
It's followed up by, I can't, oh my god, see if that comes up first.
Oh yeah, show it to the camera if you can.
I want to get the lyrics up, but like, the first search that came up was the Nirvana.
Why is the Nirvana version so famous?
Because, you know, like, it was from that famous concert, the MTV Unplugged
one.
It was one of Kurt Cobain's last performances. So yeah, this song was, I think the album kind of got a bit more attention, to be fair. The album got a little bit more attention after it was covered by Nirvana.
Yeah.
And I do love this song. This is a great song.
Me too.
I'll just read the lyrics. We passed upon the stair, we spoke of us and where. Although I wasn't there, he said I was his friend, which came as some surprise. I spoke into his eyes. I thought you died alone a long, long time ago. Oh no,
not me.
I never lost control. You're face to face with the man who sold the world.
Recently used in Metal Gear Solid, the Phantom Pain.
Phantom Pain.
Yeah.
I laughed and shook his hand. I made my way back home. I searched for form and land. For years and years I roamed. I gazed a gazely stare at all the millions here. He must have died alone a long, long time ago. Who knows? Not me. I never lost control.
What's it about?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Yeah. But
it's creepy. It's weird. I love the percussion. I love the percussion. The corkscrew.
Yeah.
Production. And that's like the driving beat. It's not very good in the Nirvana one because like they do something else. Like they don't use that corkscrew like percussion, which I love that. I think that's really clever.
Yeah.
I mean, the riff's great. That do 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 do.
Yeah.
Do 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 do. It's
amazing.
It's really great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very 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 effective. Very atmospheric and. Yeah, it's the riff and the weird lyrics, and I love the phasing they do on David Bowie's vocals. So, you know, we shook and took his hand. Like the way it phases it, and I don't know how you describe it, but you know what I mean? That kind of like almost robotic sound.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Well, that's what they do on the whole album, really. Make it sound like, take his vocal thing down into like a robotic kind of voice. Make it sound like, you know, it's like an automatron singing it or something. Which are quite good for his sort of Nietzschean, bizarre, like, you know, Superman lyrics.
Oh, it's what the next song is.
Yeah, but yeah, Man Who Shook Me, The Man Who Sold the World.
Yeah.
I actually think this is the best song on there. I like it more than All the Mad Men.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a great song. One of Bowie's best up until that date for me, so same way I feel about that is how you feel about all of them. And so yeah, last song on there, was it?
The Supermen.
Yeah.
Which is another weird explosion of David Bowie's interesting Nietzschean philosophy, and it's got a great like drum sound, like boom, 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 boom. It's like some crazy background vocals, and it closes out the album on a weird and awkward note.
Exactly what you want from a David Bowie album.
Yeah. I don't have much to say about it. It's just a weird song.
The whole album, I think, is fairly lightweight in a way.
It is a bit, yeah.
It's influences, you know, with like can be mainly traced in the music, but I don't think it's like as deep as Ziggy or something.
No,
like, you know.
I think this album's influence is found in the first two songs and the last two songs.
Yeah.
They're the ones which, like, especially All the Mad Men and The Man Who Sold the World, they're the ones that have had a huge influence on artists like Nirvana and Nine Inch Nails and stuff like that. They're the songs that are really popular.
Yeah.
I couldn't make an argument this is the best one.
No.
Just because I don't think the middles.
No, it's very
great.
not as good.
It's a little bit lightweight. The first two songs are great. The last two songs are great, but I just don't think the middle's enough. It's not as coherent as Ziggy. It's not as challenging as Low or Lodger or Heroes. It's not as satisfying as Young Americans. It's not as in your face as Station to Station. I'd take it over Pin-Ups.
Would you take it over Hunky Dory?
I would take Hunky Dory.
Yeah, so would I.
I think Hunky Dory is a better album.
Well,
even though All the Mad Men for me beats any song on Hunky Dory.
Even Life on
Actually,
Mars?
no, yeah. Oh, no, yeah. But All the Mad Men comes very close.
Oh, yeah.
Very close. But, yeah, it's not as good as Life on Mars. And yeah, I'll take Hunky Dory.
Good.
It's one of his weakest from the 70s.
Yeah.
But that's no bad thing because the highlights are still phenomenal.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's a good sign of him. I'll maybe take it over... the highlights I take over Diamond Dogs.
Yeah.
Which is a bizarre mess of an album, which I love, but it's a bizarre mess. So I would give the Man Who Sold the World, like, as an album, maybe 7.
Yeah, 7. It's got a couple of 10s on there.
Yeah, All the Mad Men, The Width of a Circle, and The Man Who Sold the World, like 10 out of 10 songs. All the Superman is like a 9 out of 10 song. The rest are, yeah, like 6, 5s.
Yeah.
They're okay. You Shook Me is like a... Yeah, I don't know.
That's a weird song. Yeah, that's like an 8, I think.
Yeah.
I like it, but it's not particularly great or anything. But yeah, probably more influential than actually good.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. So we've pretty much come to the end. We are at the end now of Bowie's 7 years output.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll go back and look at Space Oddity.
Yeah.
I might go one step further and look at his bizarre debut album.
I want to do a single next.
Well, yeah, because now we're instead of going further back, we're going to go forward.
Yeah.
We're going to pick the story up from Scary Monsters, and we're going to Let's Dance.
Yeah.
Now, as an interim, we want to review a single.
Yeah.
A very an infamous single,
Yeah.
which will never, like the titular character, will never escape David Bowie.
No.
Following him around.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned for that, and then we're launching it into the weird.
Yeah.
We're doing Let's Dance, which has some highlights.
I actually heard that and really enjoyed it. China Girl's a great song.
I love Modern Love. I love China Girl. I love Let's Dance, and I really love Cat People.
Burn down the fire.
Burning up a fire with gasoline.
Yeah.
The other half isn't great, but I love those 4 songs.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then after that, it's for shit.
Yeah. So stay tuned for Let's Dance, a weirdo single. What will it be next? And then we'll go to.
We'll go to Tonight.
Next.
Never Let Me Down. Tin Machine.
Black Tie,
White Noise. Outside.
David Bowie.
David Bowie, yeah. Oh. And then it all redeems itself eventually.
Yeah.
With Heathen Reality the next day, but they're not for a long, long time.
No. Ugh.